my channel. My name is Michaela. I'm a 21-year-old foster mom. Making videos about motherhood, foster care, cooking, cleaning, lifestyle hauls, all that good stuff. Today is another somewhat of a day in the life vlog. Not a full day. It's currently 7:15. I'm already dressed and ready for the day. We have court this morning for our youngest foster daughter at 9. So we are going to be going to that. I'm gonna leave here at 7:45 to drop off our oldest foster son to school, and then go take my younger brother to school, then probably have time to stop by and grab a coffee and then head to the courthouse. So I'm just going to be bringing you guys along today. She's having what is called an adjudication hearing, which is her second hearing. They have a temporary removal hearing, and then an adjudication hearing, and then a disposition. This is our first time in court. We don't have to testify or anything like that. We're just going for, I don't know, just to learn more about the case and to show our faces in support of our foster daughter. So she has someone there truly fighting for her, and they're just for her. So we're going to that. My husband's home from work, so that's nice. So he'll be going with me. My grandma's gonna come watch the baby and our youngest foster son while we're gone. So I really don't know what's in store for this court hearing. Like I said, it's our first time in court, so we'll kind of see how that goes. But I'll be bringing you guys along for this majority of the day while we handle all this court stuff and let you guys know how it goes. So I'll check back in with you guys a little bit later. I just thought what I was wearing to court today. I just have this little short sleeve green dress, and so I just threw a cardigan over it because it's kind of chilly here today. And then these little wedges. Hopefully no one look at my legs because I haven't shaved them in a while. So, but she's like, my husband's like, Michaela, who would be looking at your legs? I'm like, good point, good point. So, it's 7:30 now. We're leaving here in about 15 minutes to drop them off, and then we'll be heading to court. Okay, guys, it's 8:19. No, actually, it's 8:14. My clock's 5 minutes fast. We are in line at the Dairy Queen to Dairy Queen. Wow. The Dairy Queen. To grab a little something to eat because all I've had to eat this morning is cough drops. So we're gonna get some food and then we're going to head to the courthouse. Hey guys, so it is 11:30 now. We've been out of court for about half hour to an hour. We had to run to Walmart and pick up our youngest foster son's birthday present, which is a bike and a helmet. Court went really well today for our foster daughter. I think she had a lot of really great people looking out for her and looking out for her best interests, and that was really the main focus of this court hearing. So to me, what an adjudication is looks like they present the evidence to the judge of like removal, what happened, why is she removed, and the bio family has the opportunity to present their part of it, their side, their story, some evidence, whatever, you know, people to take them, etc., etc. So, but I was really thankful that the investigative worker that handled her removal was very thorough, and she really explained it well to the judge. And then her guardian ad litem spoke up regarding visits and things like that, and she really stuck up for her best interests, and I just really appreciate that, especially knowing that she's never met our foster daughter, and she was really forward and like forceful with it. Like, anyway, she definitely has our foster daughter's best interest at heart. I really believe that, and so that's good news going through the rest of this process, because I know that she's going to speak up for her and she's going to advocate for her, and I was really glad that we got to be there. We stood literally right in front of the judge, and he did acknowledge us. He just basically told us like things are going to stay the same for right now, nothing really other than that, but it was really good to like show ourselves there and show that we are there for our foster daughter, and you know, make it known that, you know, we care for her, we love her, we want the best for her, and that we are going to show up for her. So that was really good. That was really our whole purpose in going, was to just show that we were going to show up for her and that we were there for her. So we definitely did that. It ended up going pretty well for our foster daughter. Nothing's changing as of right now. We don't have court again until the end of April, and then our other 2 foster sons will have court in June. So that's about 6 weeks from now before we have another court hearing for our foster daughter. So, but definitely went well today. I'm thankful. It was kind of nerve-wracking. It was kind of awkward to stand up there in front of the judge, but it was pretty quick and painless, other than waiting to go into the courtroom. We were waiting there for almost 2 hours. It's kind of crazy, but I mean, I know people wait a lot longer, but we live in a small town, so it wasn't super long. But anyway, stop rambling. We're heading home. My grandma's been watching the baby and our youngest foster son, so we're gonna go home and we're going to love on them and play with them and hopefully find something to eat. And then I have got to go to class later, but it was definitely an interesting experience. Definitely not what I expected to happen today. I didn't expect someone to just so forcefully advocate for her, but I just truly appreciate that. I'm really thankful that she has someone to do that for her besides us, because in court and legally we just have no say for her, and that's a hard place to be in. So I'm thankful that she has someone to speak up for her in court. Like, it just brings me a lot of peace. But we are home, and so I'm going to get off of here, but I will check in with you guys in just a little while. Hi guys, so it's like 4:15 now. I have had time to kind of process what happened at court today, and our kiddos are gone to visit, so I have a few seconds to talk about it. I was talking to my mentor after court and just telling her everything that happened and like kind of what I was feeling, and I seriously, I feel like I talked to her like a zombie, because I felt like a zombie, because I was just flooded with emotion at the time. Like in court, I was listening, I was paying attention, I was right in front of the judge, and I was like holding it together, and then I left, and it just, everything that just happened just hit me, and one, I didn't expect what happened at court today to happen. It's not a done thing, but it's kind of like, if this happens, then this will happen, or if this doesn't happen, then this will happen. So that's something that we're gonna kind of find out at the next hearing, which will be a disposition hearing. So we'll find that out in like 6 weeks or so. But I didn't expect it, so I was kind of in shock about what actually happened at court. But then not only was I shocked at what the judge said, what happened, we did have to listen to the results of the investigation and removal and things like that. And we were looking forward to having a newborn, because of course our 3-year-old and almost 2-year-old have experienced trauma. My 3-year-old vividly remembers the trauma that they experienced. So we have dealt with that. We've worked with that, and it was kind of, I felt like I was looking forward to having a newborn, because I was like, oh, she really hasn't experienced any trauma yet. This is probably the best situation because she wouldn't really remember. And I guess I just got it in my head that she hadn't gone through anything. She hadn't experienced any trauma. But really, no kid comes into care without experiencing trauma. It just doesn't work that way. And so I had to hear her trauma. And we met her within the first 48 hours of her life and took her home at 4 days old. So, I guess we just assumed there was no trauma in that time. There was, and that's so heartbreaking. and we had to listen to the details of everything that happened, and it just breaks your heart to listen to that stuff. And it's something, obviously I can't get into the details, and I wouldn't anyway, but it's just heartbreaking that at 2 days old, she had already experienced more trauma in her life than I have. 21. I mean, like, as for my, like, family, like, that kind of deal. Like, how? And I can't process the stuff that has happened to them. Like, I'm like, what? Like, what? How? Why? I have all these feelings about this, and I'm sitting here thinking, and I get so frustrated because my 3-year-old will act out. I'm sorry, trying to fight this stupid cold. He'll act out, and like, no wonder he's acting out. No wonder he doesn't know how to process stuff. I don't know how to process it, and he's trying to deal with the same stuff, and he lived it. I don't know. It's like you get so caught up in living day to day as a parent, as a foster parent, that you're not constantly thinking about their trauma. You're not constantly thinking about their trauma. You're thinking about what's for dinner? How are we going to do this? Well, oh my gosh, he's being bad. Put him in timeout. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's that. It's, and you know, you go with the visits and things like that. And, I mean, that can be traumatic at certain times for, you know, different situations, different reasons. And you just don't think about what they've experienced before coming to your home, because you're living day to day. You're living your life. You're trying to get through, and there's no time to think about the past. Like, and then today in court, there's no option but to listen to the past, to hear it firsthand. I mean, I learned more in the 5 minutes I was in front of that judge than I did in the entire time that the boys have been with us. And that's because as foster parents, we don't have rights to information. They don't have to tell us everything. Do I think they should tell us more? Yeah, there's definitely things that I think that I should have known, and maybe that's just me being not knowing and understanding the process. But there's definitely things I feel like I should have known about them, about their past. But obviously, as a foster parent, that doesn't really matter. What you say really doesn't matter. But I had no choice but to listen to that and confront it head on today. And it just made me realize, and I just want to hug them a little bit tighter, because I just think about it, and I remember it, and everything, the trauma that the baby experienced, I can't get that out of my head. I created these mental images that won't leave, and it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking to stand there and listen, and to hold it together, and then to try to process it. And then when I did process it, I was like, it just knocked me over, just because it was just so crazy and heartbreaking. And even having to be at court in the first place is heartbreaking. Just the whole reason behind us being needed is heartbreaking. And that's in every case. So it's hard to process. So court was helpful. I learned a lot. I'm glad I went. So, and it was a good day. Like, the judge made a really good decision, in my opinion. And I think that, like I said before, that she really has someone that's looking out for her and is going to fight for her really hard and fight for her best interest. And I can appreciate that. I mean, I super appreciate that, because, we have no rights, we have no say, and that's a hard place to be, because I'm sure that there are some, like, social workers and guardian ad litems that don't really advocate for the child's best interest, don't have that child's best interest at heart. They're just trying to get through. And I'm so thankful that that's not the case in this situation, because I truly feel like she has people looking out for her, and that gives me hope that our boys do too. And So, I mean, it just brings me peace to know that. And I should be, grateful and thankful and celebrating a good decision, for her best interest. But it's hard to think past everything that you had to listen to. But I'll definitely be more prepared now. I understand what it is, what an adjudication hearing is. So the next hearing will be a disposition hearing, which is basically, from what I've been told, it's like a decision. Like, this is what's happened in this time frame. Yes, this, yes, no, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to stop rambling. We've got to go pick up our little ones from visit. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. I know that I can't really give you any information. And, but as a foster parent, I just highly recommend that you go to court. The very first case, which is for a newborn, is a temporary removal hearing. They recommended that I not attend because of, like, emotions and some personal issues with certain things and people, and so they recommended that I not go, and they told me that they would, inform me of everything that happened, how it went, yada, yada, yada. Of course, that never happened. So it's the only place that you can go and get information, raw information, because the social workers can't tell you a lot of things, but everything in court is just open. You hear everything. So I just highly recommend. You don't have to go, but you should go. And plus, if you are foster to adopt, and like the case may go there, you want to connect your face with those children. And it's not just about looks. It's just showing we're here for this child. We love this child. We want the best for this child. So we're here to support this child. We're here to be their voice when they can't have one. And it doesn't really matter because we can't give our opinion, give our voice anyway. But we're just there to support them, to be there for them. So I just highly recommend that you go to court. I'm so glad we went. My husband was like, "Why are we going if we don't have to go?" And now he's so glad that we went. And I'm really glad, and I'm learning so much about the foster care system, about the court systems, that even as a pre-law student I didn't know. So it's definitely been an interesting day, but I hope you guys gained something from it. Hope you guys kind of understand a little bit more about an adjudication hearing, like what it's all about. Just, reading what happened with removal, why the child was removed, what's been going on since then. Are they staying in care? Are they not staying in care? What's going on? And then, so hopefully that's helpful, because I didn't know. I didn't know anything. This was our first time in court. Won't be our last, but if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know. Are you foster parent? Have you done adjudication hearings? How'd they go? Did it go similar to how ours did? What about, we're having a disposition hearing in 6 weeks. What's that like? What is the goal there? What do you do? I'm curious, because I don't know. So, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Our lives are crazy right now. Definitely crazy. So there's lots of interesting things coming in the future. So you guys don't want to miss it. But I'm going to stop rambling, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.